Greetings from the swamps, I'm Andy, and today's transformation review is on G2 Turbofire.
Dark Ages, when I first reviewed this guy, I was all like,
I mean, look how cute he is, all teal and pink-tastic.
And truer words never were spoken. Turbofire was never featured in the Generation 2 comic books. However, he was featured in the RC Spotlight by IDW. And if you look closer, even closer, there he is. And that just shows you about how much love these guys actually got. And when you do look at the blue and the pink and the red all clashing together, this is the epitome of the G2 line. Pink is the new black, right? I love his wickedly smug face, his little red arms, the chunky legs with some really good detail, and the fact that his engine becomes his gun in robot mode really nails it home to me. Most of the Generation 2 figures were the first ones that they experimented with light piping on, and I really like his, even though it's that yellowish, amber, clearish color. I mean, just look at this guy. He'd give Don Johnson a run for his money any day. For articulation, all I can really do is bend his arms like that, but that's what happens when you abuse steroids. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at his truck mode, I'm not going to do the hand swipe here. I'm going to show you the transformation because I think it's so fun and awesome. It's a little known fact that I used to be a teenage hand model, but somehow it horribly went wrong. Alright, so the first thing you do is you take the gun out of his hand. You're going to take and fold his arms down. You're going to take and fold his head down. You bring this section up. You're going to take and fold arms down, and then you fold in his little cute legs right there. Now you take this gun, that is now his engine, and you plug it in from the bottom, and there you have him. So here's Turbofire in his alt mode, which is the pickup truck, rocking the pink and blinging the chrome. And you would think for being such a small truck back in the early 90s, they wouldn't give a detail, but when you look at the hubcaps, instead of being that straight metal pin, they actually gave him some detail. And his windows are all nice and see-through with the big AUTOBOT G2 logo going across the front. And I mean, it was such a creative idea, making the gun turn into the engine block and vice versa. That's a really nice touch in my opinion. If you look at the colors and you're like, oh, that's so ugly, I'd never see a truck like that. Go to Florida in the early 90s. Probably California too. You would have seen this truck driving around plenty. When you look at it from any angle, in robot mode and alt mode, it's pretty solid. There's nothing to really complain about. The colors might not be your thing, but who cares? I love him. And his name is Turbofire, from the Accelerators. How fucking cool is that? I miss the subgroups, the gang mentality that the Transformers had in the comic books. The main reason why I love G2 is, here's a box. This is the norm. Here's G2 outside of the box, thinking in different ways. Different colors, different molds. I mean, most of the G2 line is so classic, and the molds have never been used over and over and over again like some of the G1s and the later counterparts. All I want to do is have some fun. Now, with the first information of BotCon 2010 coming up that's going to be G2 oriented, I love it and hate it. I love it for the fact that it recognizes a line that I care about and I think deserves more credit, but I hate it because of you fucking eBay snipers getting me on stuff that I want and need. G2 Turbofire is a great mold, great sculpt, and a great figure. If you're thinking about getting your feet wet with one of the G2 figures, I would say pick him up or one of the other Accelerators. The transformation's fun, they look great, and it won't hurt your wallet. If you want to see why I'm shooting like this and see the original review for G2 Turbofire, go to my blog, the link's in the sidebar. G2 Turbofire. Bang bang, bitches.